Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the super complex world of hospitals and look at the invisible engine that keeps them running, management. It really is the hidden force that takes a building full of brilliant, dedicated people and turns it into an organization that, actually saves lives.
Just think about it for a second. In a place with so many moving parts, constant life or death decisions, super complicated schedules, what is it that stops a hospital from just falling into total chaos? Who's managing the managers? Who's directing the directors?
Well, the answer isn't some newfangled business trend. It's a practice that's as old as human society itself. It's fundamental to pretty much every big thing we've ever accomplished as a species.
When you really boil it down, management is just the process of guiding a group of people toward a shared goal. It doesn't matter if you're building the pyramids or organizing a hunt, the basic idea is the same. It's all about channeling your resources, your people, your tools, your time, to get something done together.
I absolutely love this classic definition. It frames management as an art form, not just some dry science. And that's so true. It's this unique skill of weaving together all these individual talents and efforts to create something way bigger than what any single person could do on their own.
Okay, so if we're going to put it in more formal textbook terms, management is the process of reaching goals by working with and through people. And of course, using all the other resources you've got, like technology, equipment, and the budget, to hit those specific targets. So if that's what management is, what does a manager actually, do all day? Well, their work isn't random. It can actually be broken down into a pretty clear set of core activities that you'd see anywhere, whether it's a tech startup or a busy hospital ward.
And here it is. This is a classic playbook for managers, and it's summed up by this kind of clunky acronym, POSDCORB. It stands for planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. These 7 things are pretty much the building blocks that turn a big idea into reality.
But of course, not all managers are doing the same thing. Their roles are usually structured into this 3-tiered hierarchy. And the easiest way to picture it is as a pyramid, where every level has a totally different job and a different focus.
So, right at the very tip of that pyramid, you have your top-level managers. And in our hospital example, this is going to be the board of directors, the CEO, or maybe the director of nursing for the whole entire hospital.
These folks are the strategists. They are not worried about who's working the shift next Tuesday. They're creating the long-term vision. We're talking plans that stretch 5, 10, even 20 years into the future. They're the ones setting the overall direction of the ship, and ultimately the buck stops with them.
All right, moving down a level, we have the middle managers. Now think about department heads or supervisors. These people are the absolutely essential link between those big picture thinkers at the top and the people who are actually doing the work on the ground.
So their main job is to take that high-level strategy and translate it into real, actionable plans for their own departments. They coordinate, they communicate, they turn that huge 20-year vision into a concrete 1 to 5-year plan. They are the critical communication hub of the whole operation.
And finally, at the base of our pyramid, we've got the first-line managers. You'll often hear them called supervisors. In a hospital, this is your head nurse, right? Or your shift supervisor. They are directly overseeing the day-to-day work and the staff who are doing it.
This is where the rubber meets the road. These managers live in the world of execution. Their job is to make sure the work gets done correctly, efficiently, and safely every single day. They're managing morale and breaking down those bigger goals into daily, weekly, and monthly tasks.
Now this chart is fascinating because it shows how the skills you need totally change depending on where you are in that pyramid. For the top-level managers, it is all about conceptual skills. The ability to see the whole organization, the big picture, how all the complex pieces fit together. Their specific technical knowledge, not as important.
But for a first-line manager, it's completely flipped. Their technical skills, knowing the specific job inside and out, are absolutely critical. But what's the one constant? Look at that middle bar. Human skills. The ability to communicate, to lead, to motivate, that is crucial at every single level. No exceptions.
Okay, quick sidebar here, because we've got to clear something up. You'll hear the words administration and management used like they're the same thing all the time, but formally, they're actually 2 different things. Here's the key difference, the easiest way to think about it. Administration is the thinking part. It sets the policies, it decides on the objectives. Management is the doing part. It takes those policies and actually puts them into action. So put simply, administration asks, what should we do? Management asks, okay, how are we going to do it?
So that brings us to the big one, right? The most important question of all. Why does any of this actually matter? Especially in a place like a hospital where the stakes are so high. What is the real-world impact of all this?
Well, the impact is everything. Good management is the literal backbone of quality healthcare. It's what makes sure that limited resources, staff, beds, money, are used in the smartest way possible. It keeps staff morale high, which helps prevent burnout. And most importantly, it directly improves the quality of patient care. Good management literally saves lives.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. When a hospital is running smoothly, when patients are getting great care and the staff feels supported, you don't really notice the management, do you? It just works. So maybe, just maybe, the greatest sign of excellent management is that you don't even know it's there.